Hey everyone, welcome to today's yoga class. Today we are finishing up our yin chakra series with our crown chakra practice with affirmations. All you're going to need for this practice is a bolster and a block. I had 2 blocks out, but we only ended up needing the 1. And these are optional. It's more for your own comfort and ease if you choose to use these. If not, you'll just end up a little bit deeper in the stretch, and that's totally fine. So we are going to begin today in a meditation in child's pose. So just coming to the back of your mat, sitting back onto your legs. You can make it wide-legged or just a regular child's pose, up to you. But we will sit here in our balasana for a couple of minutes, and I'll explain a little more in depth what the crown chakra is all about. So our crown chakra combines all of the energy from our previous 6 chakras and creates a direct line to source consciousness. When we are in touch with this energy, we feel a deep sense of oneness, the truth that we are all just energy. Each and every object and existing thing on this planet, we are all just energy that comes from source energy. The word source energy can be replaced by many, so whatever you call your God, the universe, the divine, whatever brings up that inner sense of knowing and recognition within you is what we should be using. So the crown chakra position differs slightly depending on the source you're looking at. However, physically, the crown chakra is usually connected with the pituitary gland. So we now associate the crown chakra with the top of the head. So if you are a visual person, if you like to bring things into your mind's eye to help connect you with the energy you're looking for, you can visualize a glowing violet light coming from the top of your head where your crown would be. When our crown is balanced, we feel connected to ourselves, connected to the universe. We feel trusting, we feel at peace. When it is underactive, we can feel lost, hopeless, disconnected from our greater purpose in life. We might feel zeroed in on these really small day-to-day problems. When it is overactive, on the other hand, well, that can look like feeling disconnected from reality, an addiction to spirituality, feeling judgmental of others and how they practice their own spirituality, and lacking a personal sense of identity. In each of these poses, I'm going to give you an affirmation. I won't be speaking after giving you the affirmation, so I'll just give you time to reflect, and I want you to really notice how it feels when I tell you these affirmations. What is your inner reaction to this? Can be a really great place to look at our shadow work we have left to do. Our shadow work is the parts of us that don't want to be touched, the parts of us that are critical and harsh and unkind. When we pay attention to when those thoughts come up, it shows us where the work we have to be done lies. We are going to go ahead and rise on up from our child's pose, come to a seated position in the center of our mat. We'll come into a straddle, and we're going to enter our dragonfly pose. I'm using a block and my bolster to have a prop to hold my body up so I can be sitting up straight and hinging from the hips as I come down. So I'm starting up pretty high, and as time moves on, I'll slowly fall down until eventually I'm at my belly. But no rush, In yin yoga, it's really important that we listen to our bodies always. We never push past our edge. We want to find that edge between good tension and pain. So tension is good, pain is not good. So once you feel that edge, even back up a little bit more, because we're going to be here for a few minutes and you have time to get into your maximum depth of this pose. Our affirmation for this pose is, I am a divine being. I am a divine being. All right, everyone, we are going to slowly rise up to our seated tall position, and we will very gently move our legs into a cross-legged position, and then we'll swing our legs underneath and come into a tabletop and take a couple rounds of cat-cow. So we will inhale, the belly comes low down towards the floor, our chin rises for our cow, and as we exhale, our back arches and our spine reaches for the sky. During our cat, we will come down into our child's pose, rest here one moment, and then we will grab our block and we are going to slide forward into our melting heart pose, and we are going to have our block just right underneath our forehead so that we can ease a little bit into this pose. You're meant to feel this a lot in the chest and the shoulders, but this is one that is really easy to overstretch. So really pay attention to your edge, and if you need to ease off a little bit, lean back into more of a child's pose at any time. That's okay to do. We are always listening to our bodies. Our affirmation for this pose is, I am aligned with my purpose and my truth. I am aligned with my purpose and my truth. All right, everyone. We are going to slowly come onto our bellies, move the block out of the way. We're going to take cactus arms with the right arm, and the left arm is going to come up by the shoulder, and we are going to go ahead and bring that left leg back towards that right arm behind us. If this is a little bit too intense for you, you can go ahead and place a block underneath your head, and that should make it a little bit easier. Our affirmation for this pose is, every day I feel more connected to my spirit. Every day I feel more connected to my spirit. Beautiful job. We are going to very gently come back onto our bellies. We will rest here for one moment before we go ahead, take our cactus arms with the left arm, move that right arm a little bit closer to your shoulder, and we will go ahead and bring that right leg behind us and try to plant it behind us towards that left arm. Our affirmation for this pose is, I am held and supported in this life. I am held and supported in this life. Wonderful job. We will go ahead and roll back onto our bellies. Bring your arms out into a T shape, and we will rest here for about 30 seconds. And now we will go ahead and roll onto our back. And we are going to do a lying knee to chest. So I'm stretching my arms up and then grabbing on to my right knee. I am holding it in my arms like a baby. My right leg is pretty flexible, so I'm able to do this. If you want, though, you can just bring the top of the knee towards your chest if that's a little bit easier. I'm not able to do this with my left leg. However, this is what it takes for me to feel a nice stretch with my right leg. So we are always just adjusting and listening to what our bodies want right now. Our affirmation for this pose is, I can manifest my visions with ease. I can manifest my visions with ease. Go ahead and release that right leg. And we will take a big stretch up, and then we will bring that left leg to our chest. Our affirmation for this pose is, I surrender to the loving will of the universe. I surrender to the loving will of the universe. Great job, everybody. You can release that leg, lift your arms high above you, big stretch. Then we will hug our knees in tight, rock a little bit here, and we are going to take our last yin pose here. This is our reclined child's pose. So just as you are now is perfect. You can keep that motion throughout this pose if you like, or you can make it more of a stationary pose, up to you. Our final affirmation of the day is, I am open to cosmic knowledge, insights, and wisdom. I am open to cosmic knowledge, insights, and wisdom. Okay, everyone, we are going to release our legs, take another big stretch up with the arms. And when you feel ready, you can bring your arms to either side beside you, palms facing up in receiving mode. And we will take our final resting pose, our Savasana. Savasana is our opportunity to integrate all of the work that we did for ourselves today. So allow yourself to let go and just be. very gently, you can go ahead and roll to your side, whichever side is calling you right now, into a fetal position. We take fetal to integrate the effects from our Savasana. You can bring your arm by your chest, push into your hands, and come to a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed. And we are just going to take some deep breaths here. Try and take the deepest breath that you've taken all day long. Go ahead and bring your hands to heart. We are going to do a final 3 deep breaths. On the final exhale, we will bow to seal our practice today. Thank you so much for joining me today for this practice. I really hope you got something out of this, feel a little bit better than you did before you stepped on the mat. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. It really does help. And I love hearing your feedback in the comments, and subscribe for more classes. Bye.